So you forgot Mridangam?
Yeah, I forgot. Everybody should have one thing.
Maybe next time you will have a
Yeah. No. I dropped my mom off. You don't invest yeah, also.
You want me to check?
That's
right. I see. Break. Okay, that's good. That's good. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivardhari Jaya Gopi Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bol. Harinam Sankirtan Yajna ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much, devotees, for giving your valuable association on Friday evening. And I would like to express my gratitude to Naren Prabhuji, Viji Mataji, Avnish for opening the door of their homes for all of us to come and do some satsang. So thank you very much. Thank you. So today we'll continue study of Srimad Bhagavatam that we have started. So let us first chant the Mangalacharan and then we will start it once it comes. Yeah. Om Ajnanadmirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovisham Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadandigam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhan Vitam Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Nijanamini Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshami Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So thank you very much once again, dear devotees. So we'll continue. Before we start, today we are going to start from where? Anybody knows what we are going to start with? Krishna what? No. Bhishma, yes. So what is that? What is that called? Bhishma Stuti. Yeah, prayers of Bhishma Dev. So we'll recite that. I think you don't mic. So Jai Shri Radha, you want to recite? And then we all will. Anybody wants to recite? Let me see it here. So I've sent the PDF just in case anybody want to refer to that. You can just quickly refer to that. Yeah, so one page, everything is there. It is in Sanskrit as well as in English. So whichever is comfortable, you can refer to that. Okay. So yeah, we'll lead and follow. So Matai will sing, we all will follow that.
श्री विष्णु उवाच नीतिमते उपकल्पिता वितृष्णा भगवति सात्वतपुङ्गवे विभूमिः
इति मतिरूपकल्पिता वितृष्णा भगवति सात्वतपुङ्गवे भूमिः
क्वचिद्विभक्तो प्रकृतिमुपेयुषिया भव प्रवाहः
स्वसुखमुपगते क्वचिद्विहरतु प्रकृतिमुपेयुषिया भव प्रवाहः
गौरवरं दधाने
त्रिभुवनकमलं कमलं रविकौरवरं धारे वपुरलवृतानाजं विजयसखेरभिरस्तु मे नवद्या युधिष्ठिररजो विधूम्रविश्व कचलुलितमवारिलं कृतस्ये
कृष्ण आत्मा
मम निशरीर विविद्यमान क्वचिविलसत्कवचेस्तु कृष्णात्मा
निज परयो बलयो रथं निवेश्य
सपदि सखिवचो संयमादे निज प्रययोर्बलयोरथं निवेश्य
हितवती पार्थ सखे रतिं ममास्तु
चित्रवती परसै कायुराक्ष्णा ऋतवती पार्थ रतिर्मास्तु
मुखं
व्यवहित प्रतना मुखं निरीक्ष्य स्वजमोदमुखस्य कुशभद्या
चरणरति परमास्य तस्य मे
कुमति महदात्मविद्या चरणरति परमास्य तस्य मेषु
कथमधिकात्मभूप्लतो रथस्थ
स्वनिगमपः अथ प्रतिज्ञा तमधिकर्तुमवप्लतो रथास्थ धृतरथचरणो अयजत्राद्भूत् हरिरिवहन्तुमिवं गतो प्रियाया
परिप्लुत आप्ततायिनो मे
सितविशिखहतो विशीर्णदंश क्षतज परिप्लुत आततायिनो मे
भगवतु ते भगवान् गति मुकुन्दम्
प्रसवमपितसा मदवदार्थं प्रभवतु मे भगवान् गतिर्मुकुन्द
कुटुम्ब आत्रतोत्रे
विजय कुटुम्बातमोत्रे पितरस्मिनिता श्रिये क्षणीये
भगवती रतिरस्तु मे मुमुक्षो यमिह निरीक्षय हतागता स्वरूपम्
भगवतीरतिरस्तु मे मुमुक्षो यमिह निरीक्षय हतागता स्वरूपम्
प्रणय निरीक्षण कल्पितो रुमानम्
ललित गति विलासगुहास प्रणय निरीक्षण कल्पितो रुमाना
प्रकृति मगन किलयस्य गोपवद्
कृतमनुकृतवन्मजाद प्रकृति मग किल व्यस्य गोपवद्
सदसि युधिष्ठिराजसूय एषा
अरण्यगृणपवर्य संकुलेन्त सदसि युधिष्ठिरराजसूय एषा
ईक्षणीयो मम दृशिगोचर एष आविरात्मा
अर्हणोपदेत ईक्षणीयो मम दृशिगोचर एष आत्मा
शरीरभाजं विधिरिधिदृष्टम आत्मकल्पितानाम्
तमिमहमजं शरीरभाजान् Rede rede te stite mahalpritana.
नास्मेकं समधिगतोऽस्मि विधूतभेदमोहम्
Pratidrishamiv naikarkam me samadhigatosmi vibhuta veda moha. Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Jai. Srila Vishwadev ki Jai. So this is such a wonderful prayer Vishwadev has sung at the time of his death. You can imagine how difficult it is to remember something. What do we remember at the time of death? No, what do we generally people remember? That's a goal. So you talked about the goal, but I'm talking about huh? No, what is why we remember that? Attached. Yeah, attachment. What is that? Something more.
Desire.
No, not desire. Why do we remember something at the time of death? Why? The reason is that. What's the reason?
Something.
Yeah, losing. But why we feel we are losing something? Attachment is there. But why the attachment come? Away from Krishna is all good. It's all good. Why? Anybody online want to answer? There are devotees online.
We always think about that, Prabhu.
Yes, Vishwesh Prabhu.
We always think about that. We have attachment towards what we always think about.
Why we have that attachment? That's what I'm asking.
What did you say?
Yes, because we love. We remember what we love at the time of death. Somebody who's making money, he'll remember what? Money. Oh, my business I've made with so much love and affection. Now it's going away. He'll remember that business. Somebody who's attached to the family, they'll think of his wife and children. That's what happens, attachment. Vishmadev is remembering Lord Krishna. And that too in so much of agony, so much pain he has got. And still he is remembering. So that's the devotee. If you remember Krishna at the time of death, that's it. Our life is successful. Whatever we did in those years that we lived, our life is successful. That can only happen when we have remembered him all the time. When we have loved Krishna in our life, then we'll remember, oh Krishna. Otherwise, something else will come out. We'll think of something else. So Bhishmadev is teaching us it through this Bhishma Stuti. And this whole chapter. So let's see what we have to see here. So now when we look at these things, we have to how to advance the slide. It's not moving. Something is working, not working. Let me see if I can advance this. Now I can advance it. Okay. So today, before we begin, I want to share something. So what are we learning from this chapter? We also need to understand. See, it's not just about learning, reading and all that. We need to say what is in for me. Because every character, every episode in Bhagavatam is teaching something to us, right? So we should try to say, what is there for me in this? So here, what are the topics covered here? So Bhishmadev is preparing to leave his body. We are seeing that he's ready, right? These are all the one which is tick mark correct, is all we have so far done. He's giving the guidance to whom? Yudhishthira Maharaj, how to lead. So he's talking about Bhishma Dev described the perfect civilization, that how he should lead, how he should rule the world, how to take care of his subjects. All this is he spoken, right? Then he also tells that people think Krishna is an ordinary person, but he is not. So don't think, he's telling Pandavas that don't think Krishna is an ordinary person. Don't think like that. Just because, he played with you, he was staying with you, he's not an ordinary person. Many times, when senior devotee comes and if they are staying with us or we are serving them, we have to be very careful. They are not ordinary people. They may look like very odd. They make us feel that, oh, this is so, no, don't worry, I'll take care. But we have to think that they are Mahabhagavat, and with that gratitude and with that thought in mind, we have to serve them. Then things will happen. Otherwise, we'll end up making mistakes, making some. So we'll be reading few of these things today, like, Lord Transcendental Body we'll see today. Description, Lord, beautiful form that we'll describe. And all those things. So these four are covered in the Bhishma Stuti. And then last one, then he leaves that body. So 3 points that we'll try to cover as much as we can. Okay. So now we'll begin with verse number 32. So verse number 32. Yeah, Bhishma Uvacha. So we just read this Bhishma Stuti. It's very wonderful. You have the YouTube video which I shared. Please listen to that. Next week, I want somebody else to sing the Bhishma Stuti. So please register today, and only I will ask who will sing. Then that person has to practice. Okay? Somebody has to lead it.
Oh, these are completely different kind of tune.
This is very simple tune. It's like a beautiful. Iti mati kal, iti myati rupa kal, pita vitrushna, bhagavati satvata pungave vibhumni. So what is the difficult? And you have the guide available, na? You have the guide available, and this is like very simple. We have to sing it slowly. It's like you relish every word, and then you sing, like a lullaby. When you put the child to sleep, we don't sing very fast. We sing slowly, slowly. That's how it is. It's so wonderful.
And so why it is starting from text 32?
Why is mean what?
I mean, 1 to 32. Where is 1 to 32?
That we read now already.
Oh, so
Bhishma Stuti is like Bhishma Dev is not like so when a movie begins, you have to first set the scene, everything, then the real action comes. It's not immediately comes and what I don't know what is started. Bhishma starts singing, then say what happened? The Bhishma Dev is first giving guidance. He's setting the scene that who all have come to see Bhishma Dev. All the sages have come. That's what is here. Assemble all the second point. All the sages have come. Right? Then protection of, what he is telling whom? Yudhishthira Maharaj, who he should protect. Brahmanas, women, children, old people, everybody should be protected. That's what he is giving guidance to Yudhishthira Maharaj. Then he tells again that don't think Krishna is an ordinary person. Don't think that way. That's wrong if you think like that. It's a foolish thing. He's warning them also. And then he's saying that, how you should be serving, taking care of the subjects. All this knowledge is given. He has given the ashram also, right? Last few weeks we have studied about the Varnashram system. That's what Bhishma Pitama emphasized on, that how the Varnashram system should be maintained. Because it's Krishna's. Krishna has set up this Varnashram system. It's not somebody else. And then now he is ready. So now we know that what's happened. And now Bhishma Dev is ready to leave because he wanted to give this knowledge to Pandavas. Okay. So verse number 32. Okay. So we'll begin with that. So what is happening now that he has given all the knowledge to Pandavas, everything has happened. Now Bhishma Dev is thinking what I should do. He says, now my master is mercifully. What is mercy? Last time we heard about it. Anybody remember the definition of mercy?
Something we don't deserve or something?
Yes.
Something that you are getting back.
So see, look at this bhav of Bhishma Dev. He's saying, Lord is merciful, means I don't deserve that Krishna should come in front of me, but still Krishna has come. I am so grateful. I am so fortunate. He's very humble. He says, I'm not qualified, but I'm getting this mercy. But Krishna has come personally when I'm leaving my body. This is the bhav of a devotee. Devotee never thinks I am a devotee. Devotee never thinks I am a devotee. The moment we start thinking that I am a devotee, I am this, I am that, I am Bhakti Vishal leader, I am temple leader, we start identifying ourselves with those positions. The false ego manifests. Our Guru Maharaj says, the moment you think I am great, you have no place in Vaikuntha or Golokunda. No place. The moment you say I am great, you gone. You lost the ticket. This is what it is, because it's a false ego. He thinks I'm great, I'm something, I'm doing this, I'm sending this, I'm managing this, I'm managing festival, I'm cooking prasad, I'm serving this. So many positions we get attached to. We think that without me, nothing will happen. Oh, you just go away for 1 month and see everything is working even better than what it was before. But we just identify ourselves with this thing. But here, look at Bhishmadev. So we have to be humble, very begging for mercy all the time. Right? So now he is thinking, since the Lord has come personally, let me give my last thoughts. His last thought, he want to give it to Krishna. And gift means always something which is good, right? So he's giving his good things to him. So what is this? So now in this verse, Bhishmadev is saying, let me put all my thinking, willing, feeling, everything which comes in our heart, I want to give it to Krishna. It is for Krishna. Whole life, what we do, we have thinking, willing, feeling for our family members, things that we love, all these things, isn't it? We love our possessions, we love our family, all these things come. But now, at the time of death, we have to do this. This can happen if we have practiced this through whole of our life. So Bhishmadev is giving his gift. So let us recite these words once again. Iti mati rupakal pita vitrushna Bhagavati satvata pungave vibhumni Iti mati rupakal pita vitrushna Bhagavati Bhumni Swasukhamupagate Vachidvihartum Prakrutimupeyushi yadbhava pravaha Swasukhamupagate Vachidvihartum Prakrutimupeyushi So we have to sing like this only. No change in tune. Same tune, you continue practice and you will sing it very nicely. So please register. Registration will close today. So please give your names. Okay? All right. So Kavish, you want to read translation? Let me make it a little bigger. Might be a little small for you from that part. Okay, go ahead.
I was so long engaged in different subjects and occupational duties, and the all-powerful Lord Sri Krishna. He is always self-satisfied, but sometimes, being the leader of the devotees, he enjoys transcendental pleasure by descending to the material world, although from him only the material world is treated.
Hare Krishna. So now Bhishmadev is saying, I want to give all 100% of my attention to Sri Krishna. It's like, when baby is born, mother 100% attention is on the baby. She's not bothered about herself. Everything is for the baby. So here, Bhishmadev is now saying, I want to give my 100% and I want to think nothing. What he was doing before, what was Bhishmadev? What was Bhishmadev's position? He's not a Maharaj and all that, but let's take off in terms of the ruling of the Kuruk dynasty. What was he? Pitama means he was guiding, he was taking care of the whole, operations. So just imagine how much effort are there. As a Grahastha, what all we have to take care? Tell me 20 things we can tell immediately, right? What gauge? Yes, please, come on. 20, right?
Insurance,
Insurance,
utilities,
utilities, taxes, yes, groceries, food, cooking.
Kids education,
Yes, Rishikesh.
kids
Yeah,
education.
application, children education, their college application, AP subject, or health issues, going to vaccination, you know, I mean, just think of this. We have so many things in our such a small one home, and with 4 family members, we are having so much work. Vishmadev is managing the whole kingdom. Whole kingdom. How much work? How much effort he has to put in? Means he's doing so much. So he's saying, Krishna, I've been doing all this activity throughout my life. Now I want to forget all that and I want to focus only on you. Only on you. Yes, Madhuri.
Prabhuji, I was thinking about this. Even the last class, I was thinking about this. That how old was Bhishma Pitama when he died?
I think he's what I've heard is about 300, 400 years old. He was very old.
Prabhuji, so,
But Krishna was 125 years old. 100,
yes.
how many?
125 years old was Krishna, and he's just a grandfather. So he's
But
much.
no, Krishna during the Kurukshetra, I heard he was 80, but he died on 125.
He died at that, so maybe it's 100 years or something. Yeah.
256 years, Prabhu. I just searched on Google.
But they were
256.
Yeah, it's very old. Yeah, last time we saw, right? Last time we saw Bilomangal Thakur. How many years he lived?
600 years.
700 years.
100 years.
Let's not aim for that. That's what all should be. Yes, Madhav.
Last time we discussed that, he was telling Yudhishthira Maharaj about all the, ashrams. Right?
Yes.
At this age, you should do this, and
Correct.
at this age, you should do that. So, so Bhishma Pitama was at that age where he should have, entered. What was his place? What should he have done at that place when he was actually fighting from Kauravas? And
Yeah, good question.
what should he have? Was he repenting? Was he regretting that he was actually in the material world fighting for a material cause, or what was his consciousness like?
Yeah, so good question. So basically, Bhishmadev had taken a vow. He had taken a vow that regardless of who rules the Hastinapur, he will protect. He will provide the protection. Right? So therefore, whenever the ruling was there, he wanted to have that thing. He wanted to support and make sure. That's why, even though Duryodhana was on the adharma side, he was still supporting because he was obliged to support him
Because of this.
because of this. But Krishna again teaches us through his life that you may be great Maharati because Bhishmadev could, defeat thousands of Arjuna single-handedly. Right? He had so much might. But still, since he fought on the side of adharma, he had to lose the battle. So Krishna teaches us that regardless of who you are, what qualities you may possess, if you are on the side of adharma, you will lose. You will lose.
So Prabhuji, then what should somebody do? Because it was the same dilemma. I think Dashrath, King Dashrath also had, right, in Ramayana, when he had given those promises to Kekai at the time when they were
When the
fighting,
war, yes.
right?
Hmm.
And then then Kekai used those promises
Against him.
to send Ramji. What should somebody do when it is a choice between dharma and adharma, and then you have promised, or you have, so what does your responsibility lie with? Does it lie with following dharma irrespective and breaking your promise, or?
So sometimes it is mentioned that we can break our promise if we are doing on a higher principle. Okay, so dharma can be broken only if it is used for the higher purpose, but if not for the lower. So lower dharma can be broken to support the higher dharma. That is possible. That can be done. Okay, but we have to understand. Unless we understand what is higher dharma and lower, we will not be able to discriminate between what is right and wrong. That's what we all are struggling with today also.
And then, if this was all, not Kali Yuga, right? In Kali Yuga, we don't even have somebody to advise us on something like
Yes.
this. If we have a dilemma, but Dashrath Maharaj, everybody had gurus and everybody that they could
Yes.
have gone to, right? At that
Yes.
time.
Despite that,
dilemma.
all these things happen. So, but we have A good thing that we have gurus also. If you come in parampara, we have gurus, and we have the guidance of the scriptures. So therefore, it is mentioned that we should take shelter of the scriptures: Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. We will take shelter of these three. And whatever they are telling us, if we do it, our life will be successful. We don't have to reinvent things. It's already given. Vyasa has written such a wonderful scripture. If we read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and follow the principles mentioned in there, our life will be successful. But the thing is that, first of all, we don't have time to read this, right? It's so difficult. How much time we are reading, how much time we are spending. That's what I'm telling. This Vishmadev is now thinking, I want to focus only on Krishna. We are doing so much work. We work 8, 10 hours, 12 hours in office. Then we take care of the family. Then all the items that we talked about, those taxes and, there's so many things, utilities and all this, we are spending time. And then we think that I'm giving donations, huge donations. I'm helping build the temple. I'm helping maintain the temple. I'm sponsoring Sunday feast. I'm sponsoring Janmashtami dresses. All this we are doing, and I want to do that for whole of my life. No, we should not do that. We should not do that. Think that I will keep earning and I'll keep giving donations. That is not our life. We should renounce. We should get into the ashram mode. Saying, okay, varnashram means after 50 years, once my daughter and my family is married, kids are taken care of, I will renounce. I'll tell you a story, and we have that answer here. Story. Okay, story time. So one Mahabhagavat which came in our Guru Parampara. Let's talk about his life. So Brajabandhu. Brajabandhu, has anybody heard this name before? Brajabandhu? No? Okay, we'll know him. So when Brajabandhu was born in Odisha, he was born in Odisha. Almost like what 90 years ago, 90, 93, 94 years ago, he was born in Odisha. In village called Gadaigiri. There's a village called Gadaigiri, which is close to Jagannath Puri in Odisha. And he was born in the line of Shyamananda Pandit. So it's very exalted family. Very, very exalted family he was born in. So even from the childhood, he had, seen bhakti happening in the home, because the entire home was like bhaktimay. His father used to worship Gopalji, and he also learned to worship Gopalji. At the age of 6 years, he worshipped VG Gopalji, 6 years, making garland and all that. So at the age of 6 years, all the kids, please see this. Okay, at 6 years, he is doing this. He is making garland, he is worshipping deities at that. That's what he's doing. And this is important. He will not eat something that is not offered to Gopal. So we should all take a vow that at least I will do this. If something is not offered, no, I will not eat. You have to offer and eat. You have to make it prasad and then eat. Sometimes he said, it's okay, you can eat. No. This child has so much consciousness. At that age, he is so conscious that I will not eat anything which is not offered. Right? So this is his life. And then at the age of 8, here remember Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya, not just reading, he can explain. He can explain the verses. And how many verses are there in each of these? Tell me. Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam,
18,000.
Chaitanya Charitamrita. I knew it. Somebody, anybody, come on. We are reading that. 11,000 verses. 11,000 verses. So he has remembered all these verses. It's almost like 30,000 verses he knew at the age of 8. And not just this, he was giving even, when in the evening, when the villagers come, he will even give a discourse on Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, everything. Obviously, we should not compare our children. Don't tell them, remember, don't do that. That's not the ideal thing. But it's just for inspiration, right? So we all should put efforts to do this. That at least we should read, make our children read. We cannot make our children read unless we read. So you have to sit with them and read along with them. Then they will be doing that. And he had so much affection for Krishna that he will write in his diary that I want to, Krishna, give any material benediction to my brother. Whatever benefit you want to give, money, wealth, everything, give it to my brother. Don't give me. I want only your love, Krishna. I don't want anything. This is written in his diary. I don't want anything. I want only your lotus feet. I want to serve you, Krishna. That's what I want. So he will pray for that. And he was always looking to get renounced. Then how soon I can? As soon as his son turned 19 years, elder son become 19, and he can take responsibility. Braj Bandhu retired. Braj Bandhu was doing a job. He was a teacher. He used to teach geography, maths in the school. But he retired at the age of 45 and said, I don't want to do anything. And then he come to Vrindavan. And then he met Srila Prabhupada. And he become his disciple. And within he was so advanced that within 1 year he got first initiation, second, third, all three sannyas within 1 year. All initiation is so fast. And then he surrendered his life completely. Who is he? Everybody remember? Knows? Any guesses? You can make attempt. Huh? Yes. Yes. Gaur. Yes. Sriram Prabhu. Sriram Prabhu. Sriram Uvacha. Yes. This is Gaur Govind Goswami Maharaj. So this is such an exalted devotees. We are in a parampara. Dear devotees, such a great parampara we are in. Such Maha Bhagavat have taken birth. They have taken part in this. They have spread the words. We should be so fortunate to think about it. Sometimes listen to his lectures. It's so powerful. He'll chastise devotees like his children. He says, you fool, like that we'll tell him. He'll tell that. So this how, so we should always think that how I can get out of this. Building more and more things, and then we're entangling ourselves. One house, another house, one car, two car, and then this job, that job, vacation home. We are thinking that I want to retire in a nice home so that my life will be comfortable. That should not be our goal. Should be just get out of this material life and say how I can serve Krishna. Should think on those lines. So we have to plan. You know, Anand Vrindavan Prabhu, who gives very beautiful lectures on this finance management and all that. And you should listen to his. It's very hardcore class. You know? He speaks like very, it will just hit us sometimes. But sometimes we should listen to this kind. Like, you know, when we are sick, we take the bitter medicine, right? So we have to hear such classes once in a while to awaken ourselves, to give shock. So in his class, he says, before we enter the Grihastha ashram, we should have a strategy to exit. How I can get out of this Grihastha ashram and take one person, sannyas, and like that. So we should have that plan. So that's what it is. So see, Prabhupada writes a few things very nicely. Sorry. In the purport, Prabhupada writes, pure devotee of the Lord have no desire other than the service of the Lord, and therefore they are called Satvata. They are called Satvata. The Lord is the chief amongst such Sattva. Bhishmadev therefore had no other desire. Unless one is purified from all sorts of material desires, the Lord does not become one's leader. If we are not purified ourselves, Krishna will not come. Desires cannot be wiped out, but they have only to be purified. So our desire cannot be wiped out. We have to see nice things. We want to eat nice food. These desires will not go away, dear devotees. So how can, for seeing we can go to temple and take darshan of the deities. For eating, satisfy the tongue, we can eat only something which is offered to Krishna, so prasadam. We want to hear something nice. We can hear some beautiful bhajans and kirtan. Listen to that. So we have to satisfy our senses, but not through material thing, but through the spiritual activities. Like Ambrish Maharaj, he will use all his limbs in the service of Krishna. He will use his feet to go to temple. He will use his hand to clean the temple of the deities, Krishna. He will see Krishna as a deity. He will smell the tulsi offered to the lotus feet of Krishna. He will eat the bhoga which is offered and become prasadam now. He will eat that. That's how he has used all his senses in the service of Krishna, and then he become purified. So it's all possible. We all can do it. Because all this Mahabhagavad, they live like this. See, there is a wonderful shlok here. Shantir avyartha kalakvam, viraktirmana shunyata, ashabandha samutkantha, namagane sadhavi. We should have ruchi toward this, all the bhajan, kriya and all that. That development, that should be developed. We should try to go to Dham. When we go to India, we must visit Dham. How we can, like here it is mentioned, Pritistad vasati isthale, means we should have rati, we should have developed love for visiting Dham. When you go to Vrindavan, go to Mayapur, wherever we get time, spend time there. That's how we develop love. And we should think, oh, Krishna was here, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was here. I'm so fortunate. We all should be so fortunate. Krishna comes in one day of Brahma. And that day was just 5,000 years ago. So we are so lucky. We are so lucky. So we should always feel, if we feel ourselves to be fortunate to be born in this time, then we should increase our bhajan. Day by day, our bhajan should increase. Number of rounds should increase. Our taste for reading Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Chaitanya, Bhagavad Gita should increase. All this detachment should happen. If our attachment towards spiritual activity will happen, then only detachment can happen. How the detachment will happen? It's not going to happen. We always have hundreds of reasons. Mind will give, I'm telling you, dear devotees, mind will give hundreds of reasons to stay in this world. This is the place you will enjoy. But we know this is dukkhalema shashvatam. This is temporary and this is the miserable place. But Maya gives this, if we say dukkhalayam, that means you should all get miseries, isn't it, all the time? But Maya is not like. What Maya does? Maya gives little happiness. So feel happy, and then we forget the miseries. And then misery comes again, little happiness. And then we feel miserable again. Again, little happiness. We think that's how we keep going. So this is designed very nicely. So we get entangled. To entrap us. We are getting entrapped in this world. The only way to get out of this is to surrender into Krishna. That's the only way. So we have to be there. Now, further Prabhupada writes here. It is confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita that Lord himself, that he gives his instruction from within the heart of a pure devotee who is constantly engaged in the service of the Lord. Such instruction is given not for any material purpose, but only for going back home, back to Godhead. Tesham satyayuktanam vachatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. So that's what it is. Krishna will give intelligence. See, if we surrender to Krishna, Krishna will give intelligence. But right now we use our own intelligence and complicate our own life. Further in the purport, Prabhupada writes, the Lord also desires the association of his pure devotee, and for them only the Lord descends the earth and enlivens them. So Krishna comes only to protect devotees, to get association of people. Krishna also, see, Krishna is reciprocal. Krishna wants to reciprocate with his devotees. He wants to have loving exchanges. And therefore he descends. Therefore he serves also. He becomes servant of the devotee. He becomes servant of the devotee. So these things are important. You should think like that. He serves the devotees. Okay, let's go to the verse number 33. So in 33, He's saying, let me have Rati for Vijay Sakhe. So Vijay Sakhe is another name for Krishna. So who is Vijay here? Arjun, yes, this is Arjun's another name. Arjun's another name is Vijay. Arjun has also multiple names. 10 names in Bhagavad, in Mahabharata is given. One of name is Vijay. One who is victorious. So that name is Vijay. Vijay Sakhe means who is a friend of Vijay. Friend of Vijay means friend of Arjun is Krishna. See, Prabhupada writes very wonderful thing in the purport. We'll read that. You know, why his Krishna's having so names and that to attach with his devotees. You know, Prabhupada writes very beautifully commentary there. So let us recite the words first. Tribhuvana kamanam tamalavarnam ravikara gauravarambaram dadhane. Tribhuvana kamanam tamalavarnam ravikara gauravarambaram dadhane. Vapuralakakula Vrutananabjam Vijaya Sakheratirastu me Navadya. Vapuralakula Vrutananabjam Vijaya Sakheratirastu me Navadya. Okay, which kid? Who wants to read? Ava, you? Okay, well, next you. Okay, Ava, go ahead.
Shri Krishna is the intimate friend of Arjuna. He has appeared on this earth in his transcendental body, which resembles the bluish color of the thermometer tree. His body attracts everyone in the three planetary systems, upper, middle, and lower. May his glittering yellow dress and his lotus face, covered with paintings of sandalwood pulp, be the object of my attraction. May I not desire to give myself. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, Vishnu is remembering Krishna here. Very nice thoughts are there. Okay. So, Lord attractive features are desired by everybody in the three worlds. Everybody. And see, Tamala Varna. Krishna's body color is Tamala Varna. Tamal is a tree. And Tamal tree is a little dark in color. Dark. So Krishna's body color is also like that, right? Blackish, bluish black. So that's why he's covering that, you know. And he's wearing, when we see the picture when Krishna runs towards Vishwadev with the wheel, chariot wheel, he's wearing shiny clothes, pitambar, the yellow garment, which is like shining like a sun. When the sun falls on it, effulgent, you know, comes out and it feels beautiful. So, and then he has a beautiful hair, you know, the locks of hair and curly hair and all that. It looks very nice. So he's remembering all these things, right? So let us see in the purport what Prabhupada writes. When Sri Krishna, by his own internal pleasures, appears on earth, he does so by the agency of his internal potency. The attractive feature of his transcendental body are desired in all three worlds, namely upper, middle, and lower planetary system. Now, nowhere in the universe are there such beautiful bodily features as those of Lord Krishna. So all Tribhuvan, in all three worlds, nobody is as beautiful as Krishna. Because what is the definition of Krishna? Krishna means all attractive. So who can be all attractive? No, Krishna, but somebody who has got everything with them, right? Beautiful skin, beautiful eye, beautiful hair, everything has to be beautiful. Then we get attracted. Otherwise, we'll say no, take a beauty here, but something is wrong, you know. And that's why Krishna has got everything perfect. That, you know, perfect score. When they do gymnastics, they have got score, right? 10 score, the perfect score. So he's most beautiful. So therefore, his transcendental body has nothing to do with anything materially created. Nothing to do with that, right? So now let's go to the where Prabhupada writes it. What he writes. that Bhishma Dev takes this opportunity to address the Lord as Vijay Sakhe, friend of Arjun, because the Lord is pleased when he is addressed conjointly with his devotees. Jagannath Sutta, or we can say Sachi Sutta, Sachi Mata's son. Krishna become very pleased when the Krishna is called Nanda Tanuja, or Yashoda Nandan, like that. When those devotees' name are taken and then the Krishna's name, Krishna is very pleased with those things. He feels very happy because he feels that my devotee is identified with me, so he feels very happy about it. So this is how Krishna loves his devotees. With his devotees who are related with him in different transcendental humors. When Krishna was the charioteer of Arjun, sun rays glittered on his dress of the Lord, and the beautiful hue created the reflection of such rays was never forgotten by Bhishma Dev, because Bhishma Dev was fighting. He was seeing Krishna all the time because Arjun was fighting with Bhishma Dev. So all the time when Krishna was driving the chariot, Bhishma Dev has to see him. First he will see Krishna and then Arjun is behind him. So actually he is seeing Krishna first. So he is remembering those things. Because remember, he is in the Virya Ras, chivalrous Ras. So he is remembering those things. Right? Somebody in a Vatsal think about the childhood pastimes of Lord Krishna. Gopis will remember his conjugal pastimes in the Vrindavan. Bhishmadev is remembering the pastime when he is fighting with Krishna. Like how Krishna is covered, his face is covered with dust. His golden effulgent brace is shined further by sunshine falling onto it. All this is remembering. So there are 5 primary rasas and there are 7 secondary rasas. Total 12 rasas are there in which the devotee can have a loving exchange with Krishna. There are 12 different rasas to which devotees can do. Okay, so Bhishma Devi is not forgetting all these things. Sometimes, when we go and take darshan of deity, it just stays in our mind, isn't it? Oh, Lord is so beautiful. When we sleep also, we can think of that and remember, oh, that's such a beautiful dress. The garland was so beautiful. It was long, coming to his knees. All these beautiful details. That's why when we go to temple, we should not hurry up in seeing, okay, prasadam line is there, but our focus is on prasadam while taking the darshan. In Radha Madan Mohan temple, when Chitraveer Prabhu said, okay, please everybody come for the last darshan. We are coming for darshan, but we know prasadam already started. So we think, I'll miss the rasgulla, which is, samosa will be there, I'll miss it. So our mind is there while taking darshan. And we say, okay, Prabhu, hurry. He puts the and we go. And we are not even seeing, taken darshan. Krishna says, Ares, look at me, please, I'm here. We are not even seeing him properly. We have to give time. Krishna will be very pleased, dear devotee, when we come and see and smile. Oh, Krishna, you look so beautiful today. Speak a few words to Krishna. He is a person. Don't think it's like a statue, the marble deities, and he will not speak. No, Krishna reciprocates. So when you see Krishna, today you look so beautiful. Wow. Like we have to glorify. And we can even tell the pujari, Prabhuji, you did what a wonderful deity dressing today. So nice. Must have taken a lot of time. You know how he does the Chitraveer Prabhu? He is very punctual. Very, very punctual. Before he goes out of the temple, he makes sure that next day morning, all the Mangala Arati paraphernalia are ready. He has to just pick up and do it. And he has to come in the temple at 3:30 every day. Every day. And he goes home about 9:30, 10 o'clock after everything is warmed up. Because he has to make sure that deities are given the Mangala Arati dressing, everything is taken care of. All the jewelry is taken out. They're put in proper place. Because you just can't, tomorrow I'll come and do it. There is no tomorrow. Because every day this is happening. Every day. All the jewelry have to be arranged properly, put it in the right boxes, put it in the right place. Dresses have to be put in right place. Everything is done. And if we are seeing this beautiful darshan every day, then it comes in our temple WhatsApp group. Beautiful darshan is being sent. We should see the effort behind that. How much effort somebody is putting. How much? And we will have small deity, and even offering flowers sometimes become difficult. Garland making and all that. Sometimes we will, I don't have time. We have to find time to do loving exchange with Krishna. Because the deities can manifest many forms. One is the picture. Picture is also the form of the deities. It can be in the form of wood, it can be metal, it can be marble. All the different forms are there. So we should not think that I don't have deity. Picture is deity, as good as deity. Of course, we get a different bhav when we have deity and all that, which is different, but don't consider this is less than deity. Your picture, worship them nicely. And if you have a desire that I want to worship a deity, then you can say, Krishna, I want you to be in a form of deity. When can I get it? Express our desire. All our desire, spiritual, material, everything should be spoken with Krishna. Krishna will fulfill those desires if those desires are appropriate for us and going to help us in advancing our spiritual life. Then Krishna will fulfill those desires. Krishna will not fulfill desire which is going to take us away from him. He will fulfill desire which will take us closer to him. Always remember this. And always remember that whatever happens, it happens for good only. Krishna has a higher plan, better plan for all of us. How many of us think that we can plan good future for our children than they doing themselves? How many think like that? Everybody thinks, isn't it? Because children are young, they cannot make the decision. We think we are doing. Why? Because we have seen the world, we understand how things work, all those things are there. So Krishna has created this whole world. So we have to put our trust and faith in Krishna. But we are reluctant. We are, we are not able to let go. We are holding on to so many things. So this is what is being taught. This is all this there, dear devotees. And then there is a one important question. See, many times people think that what will be my swarup when I go back to Goloka? Many times the devotee asks, Prabhu, what will be my swarup? Don't worry your swarup. Guru will reveal swarup. We don't have to worry, but this question comes into. We have just chanted 16 round and we, just now and say, what will be my swarup? No, there's a lot of time for that. And some sahajas, they start even behaving in those swarupas. I am like a peacock and they will have peacock feather, all those things. They will do these also. So Prabhupada, it's a very beautiful point here. See, in the purport, Prabhupada says, the eternal relation of a particular soul with the Lord is evolved. So let me explain this. What is the meaning of evolve? See in Chaitanya Charitamrita, one beautiful verse comes. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prem Sadhya Ka Gunay Shravana Deshuddha Chitte Kareye Uday. So what does it mean? Okay, Bilasru, please read this. Please read translation.
Pure love for Krishna is eternally established in the hearts of the living entities. It is not something to be gained from another source. When the heart is purified by hearing and chanting, this love naturally helps him.
Hare Krishna. So we don't have to worry what is going to be my swarup, where I'll be. Will I be serving in Nikunja? Will I be sitting outside? Will I become a stone, cow? No, nothing of that sort. Prabhupada is writing it. Evolve. Means as we do our bhakti, it's like a child. Child, when he's young, he says, I want to become an engineer. Then he sees little younger, oh, I think I will become a doctor. Oh, I want to become a lawyer. There's so many things that are happening. It's evolving. They are trying to do so many things. And finally, they become something that they were not thought of. Right? Here also, when we do bhakti, slowly, depending on our sadhana, how deep we are into this, our swarup is also getting developed. It is not fixed. It's evolved based on our bhakti, what bhav we are in. And then that the swarup that we will get. So we don't have to worry, we just have to focus on our sadhana. And automatically the swarup will come. Isn't it? We don't have to worry, because suddenly somebody saying, I'm going to be like, a stone in Golaka. And stone? But there, this is not a normal stone, ordinary stone. Don't think like that. They're all spiritual entities, all there. So they're all serving in Krishna. In fact, when Amranda Prabhu took that Venugit, I think Venugit, yes. In Venugit, he was mentioning that how the Govardhan is, if you go there, is a stone, right? If you stab it like very hard, right? But Govardhan would become very soft because Krishna has come. They'll become so soft that Krishna feels like cushion to Krishna. The Govardhan becomes so soft. The Krishna feels nice in all the steps. Krishna's lotus feet is such a young cowherd boy. So Govardhan ensured that Krishna should not get hurt. So he becomes soft, cushion-like things. And the Krishna walks on that. So we should not think the stones are like, those stones are very different. Even if you can become stone, that's so nice. Okay, so we should not worry about what form we will get. Let it happen. We tell our children also, don't worry about the result, just study. If you spend time, automatically result will come, isn't it? We tell all these things. But somehow we fail to implement that for our sadhana. We start thinking, what should be my result? Right? We try to go for the end result. We should not think about it. Not to worry at all. Krishna will take care. Guru will take care. If we have taken shelter, we have taken the Guru Padashraya. That's all. Guru will take care. If we sincerely serve Guru, Guru will make sure that we get ticket to Goloka. Sincerely serving Guru. That's all. Today only somebody sent me a verse. I'll just read out that verse. Very nice. It's a very beautiful verse. We should remember. I'll tell you what. It's a very nice verse. Yeah. See, this verse says, Prabhu kahe Vaishnav seva namak sankirtan dui kar shigra pave Shri Krishna charan. Means Vaishnav seva. Guru is Vaishnav. Plus all the devotees. If you serve them, immediately Krishna will be more pleased if you serve devotees than Krishna. Krishna is pleased by that. So we should serve devotees and Guru definitely. Guru doesn't mean the Guru and we have to serve when Guru is physically present. That anybody can do because he is there. And everybody is like, fighting also. I want to serve Guru. When Jai Pataka Maharaj, everybody says, I want to push the wheelchair. I want to take him here. I want to give this. Which is good. Right? But when he is not there, what we should do? How can we serve when Guru is not present? Follow the instructions. Guru is present in the form of his instructions. If Guru has told, chant Hare Krishna mantra, 16 rounds, okay, that is following instructions. When Guru says, don't eat anything which is not offered to Krishna, follow that instruction. That is serving Guru. Guru says, please, every day, listen to Prabhupada lecture, at least one lecture. You should do that. That is serving the Guru. Many times we listen and we think, this is not for me. If you listen to a lecture, if Guru is speaking, all that is spoken is all for all of us. Means whoever is listening, it is for every listener that instruction is there. Sometimes it is like, one-to-one instruction. When we ask a question, then one-to-one instruction is given. And sometimes in the class is the general things. Once a disciple, a brahmachari, went to our Guru Maharaj and said, Maharaj, any specific instruction for me? He said, whatever I had to say is there available in my lectures. And you all have been listening to those lectures. That means those instructions are for us also. We listen thinking, it was given class in Mumbai, the class was given in Dallas, so it is for Dallas devotee. No, it is eternal for everybody. Whoever listens, and if you have attachment to that Guru, that means those instructions are for us. We should take it up. That's why we should listen carefully and implement small things which are being told in the class. Then the progress will happen. Many times, many years we have passed and said, Prabhuji, kuch maja nahi aa raha hai. Not getting test. I'm not getting test in Chadi, I'm getting test in Prasadam. So Prasadam alone is not going to help. We should chant, everybody. Whatever round that we are committing, I will chant 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, whatever it is. We should chant. As we progress in our age, our chanting round, number of rounds should increase. Our sadhana should become more sincere. We should read more and more scriptures, more books by Srila Prabhupada. All these things must be done, dear devotees. Our love for reading should increase. We should relish every page. Oh wow, what a verse! What a beautiful thing. See, the point that we are having this daily Chaitanya Charitamrita, we started with Bhagavad Gita and we are reached here, is the purpose to develop love. I know we are still reading mechanically, we still don't have love, but if we at least try to read, someday that love will come. Isn't it? Someday it will come, manifest. It may not be that today. Many times we read a verse and we say, oh, what a beautiful verse. Some love has come. It's not sustainable. I know it. It's not sustainable. But at least that love has come. Slowly, we'll develop more and more. Like, this beautiful Bhishma Stuti, sung in very nice melody, right? So we should say, oh, what a beautiful melody. Let me sing it. It's like a lullaby. We can sing it to our children. We sing it together. They will also love it. So beautiful. And you all have the tune available. So registration is open. Okay? For this. Very important. Yeah. So that's what it is. So let's go to next verse. Yeah. So verse number 34. So now he's saying, Bhishma Dev is remembering Krishna in the battlefield because that's what the last thing that he has seen. And he was fighting with so much passion. Right? Bhishma Dev was shooting arrows to Krishna. And Krishna is getting hurt also. I mean, shooting arrow to Arjun, normally in the battlefield, you are not supposed to hit the arrows to the charioteer, the chariot driver, and the horses and all this. You can only hit the person whom you are fighting. Those are the rules at that time. Nowadays, those things are not there. Those rules are, nobody follows that rule. And they created a saying that everything is fair in love and war, isn't it? Everything is fair. You do whatever is. No, it's not like that. In Mahabharata war, after every day they will fight. In the evening they will ask each other, oh, you are okay, you eaten prasadam, you medicine, everything was happening. It was like that. But it is not that's not the way it is happening today. So we should not think that time also war happened, this time those war and this war is very different. Very different. Okay, so verse number 34. Okay. Yudhi Trugarajavi Dhumra Vishwaka Kachalulita Swamavari Lankritasye Yudhi Trugarajo Vidhumra Vishwa Kachalulita Shramavaryam Krutasye Mama Nishita Share Vibhignamana Tvachi Vilasat Kavachestu Krishna Atma Mama Nishita Share Vibhignamana Tvachi Vilasat Kavachestu Krishna Atma. Okay, who's going to read now? Yes, You want to read it? Please go ahead, beta.
Intent.
By my sharp arrows were enjoyed by him. My nothing.
Hare. Thank you. So now Vishnu is remembering in battlefield what happened. He's remembering and then remembering Krishna. Wow, this is what has happened. You know. So in purport, Prabhupada writes that the Lord is the absolute form of eternity, bliss, and knowledge. Satchidananda Ananda. Right? As such, transcendental loving service to the Lord is one of the 5 principal relations. That's what we talked about, the rasas. So here are the rasas, right? Shanta rasa, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. These are the 5 primary rasas. And then there are 7 secondary rasas. So Vishmadev was fighting in the chivalry rasas, which is like courage, fighting. So he was exhibiting the rasa from the secondary side. So he still had, when any of these rasa is offered with genuine love and affection, Krishna will accept that. Anything that we offer with love and affection, Krishna will accept. That's why he says, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. You offer me a little bit all things with love and affection, I will take it. No problem with that. We don't have to offer Chappan Bhoga to Krishna. Of course, if we can afford, we have energy and all that, definitely we can do that. So here, Prabhupada writes, Sri Bhishmadev is a great devotee of the Lord in the relation of servitorship. So servitor means dasya. But then he is exhibiting the secondary rasa also in the fighting, in the war. And therefore is throwing the sharp arrow that the transcendental body of the Lord is as good as worship of another devotee who throws soft roses upon him. What a beautiful word, right? So, right. Bhishmadev is sending sharp arrows, and Prabhupada says it is equal to some devotee sending like flowers, like gopis maybe sending flowers to Krishna. It is as good as that. Krishna loves it. He says, wow, because you're fighting, if Bhishmadev sends flower, then Krishna may not like, what is this? You're in VGRS, come on, fight, That's what it is. So now it may appear here because see in this verse, he says that I have, fought with Krishna, I injured him. That's what Bhishmadev is. Sometimes we feel that he is repenting on that. That's what Prabhupada writes. It appears that Bhishmadev is repenting the actions he committed against the person of the Lord. But factually, the Lord's body was not at all pained. Why his body was not pained? It's a transcendental, Satchidananda. Due to his transcendental existence, his body is not matter. So many times, therefore, all the people who don't believe Krishna as Bhagavan, he's a supreme personality of Godhead, they think Krishna took birth and he died also. So how can he be Bhagavan? And they give reasons why he is not Bhagavan by giving this kind of things. But Krishna says Janma Karma Chame Divyam. His all the Leela, all the birth and death, everything is transcendental. The fools cannot understand that. Fools cannot understand. Or rather, who doesn't understand is a fool. You would put it that way. Right? So, yeah. So both he himself and his body are complete spiritual identity. Spirit is never pierced, burned, dried, moistened, etc. So it is never done. So in Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says, Nainam chinnanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavaga, na chainam kaledyan apo, na shoshati marutaha. He says you cannot cut, burn, drown the soul. He's talking about the soul. So it cannot be done. Now let's go to the another paragraph in the purport where Prabhupada writes. We are not reading whole thing, but we are just going to some purport which are important. Bhishmadev appreciated the all-merciful attitude of the Lord because he did not leave Arjun alone, although he was disturbed by the sharpened arrow of Bhishmadev, nor was he reluctant to come before Bhishmadev's deathbed, even though he was ill-treated by him on the battlefield. So Bhishmadev is thinking, see, when Bhishmadev is shooting arrows to Arjun, Krishna is seeing all these things, right? Arrow is coming and going like this from his ears and so close. Sometimes it is touching his body. Blood is coming out as well. But Krishna is not afraid and leaving, oh, Arjun, this is too much for me. Let me go away. He's not abandoning Arjun and he's staying with Arjun and fighting, helping him. He's making sure that his chariot is taken the right direction, and he is to protect Arjun. He does all these things. He says he has so much love for his devotee that he is not even going away. He's standing by him and supporting. And then he says, though I ill-treated, that I shot arrow, I injured him, still he came to give me darshan at the last moment, which is something very rare. If we have ill-treated someone, will that person ever come to us? Or suppose if we are ill-treated, will we go to see that person ever in our life? Very difficult. But see Krishna, how much affection he has for love. That is the nature of Krishna, Bhakta Vatsal. He always loves his devotee so much that he even abandons his own promises. That's what will come in the next verses.
Yudhishthira Maharaj is also very elevated, right? That
Yes.
despite of all of that, he's taking so much learning from Krishna.
Yeah, because
It takes a lot.
what is
Hmm.
Yudhishthira Maharaj? Yudhishthira Maharaj is Dharmaraj. He's a son of Dharma. So then he has got all the knowledge. See, this is the attitude of a devotee, to being humble all the time. Somebody start telling us with a lot of interest. No, I know it, Prabhu, I know. That enthusiasm itself is gone immediately. He comes, yeah, have you heard this, And you start to, oh, no, I heard it, Listen to that person. He's come with so much enthusiasm, so much love to share something with us. And we just cut off that. It happens with all of us. Our children come, Mama, this is, yeah. I think Dad told me. Even if we know it, we should just say, okay, what is it? We should try to be surprised. Oh, wow, all those things. Sometimes we'll do all those things. To boost that enthusiasm of our children, to devotee, who's going to share something nice. Even if we know.
Yeah, because there's so much thought behind it, Prabhuji.
Yes.
If he wouldn't have done it, then Bhishma wouldn't have been able to, let out his regret and think about Krishna at that moment.
Absolutely. See, this is such a wonderful Leela which is happening. We should so much to learn from this Leela. So much to learn. Once, yes. See, once our Guru Maharaj was at the airport, and the flight was delayed, and they were waiting for such a long time, and they were like, some other flight has to be arranged, and something like that. So Maharaj came to know about flight has been arranged, and we all can start boarding. And one devotee, Mataji, she came running because he saw Maharaj has been waiting for airport for such a long time. She came, Maharaj, the flight is now ready to go. Let's board. Now Maharaj knew it, but he still, oh, is it? Thank you so much. Now we all can board. It's so happy. Thank you for sharing. Now this is what we can learn from this behavior. Even if just to maintain the enthusiasm of the devotee, Maharaj, I don't know. He felt like an ignorant person. But with that, the joy that Mataji could, I was able to inform Maharaj. That joy is so important. Devotee feels so happy about it. So every time we have to see that how we can make other person happy. The problem in this world is that we are trying to become happy ourselves, which is not going to happen. Impossible. If we are trying to make ourselves happy, then forget about it. We will always feel miserable. But if you are trying to make others happy, just see that contrast and difference. We'll feel so happy and joyful. You have to try it out. You have to practice. It takes time, but you have to practice because that's what the Shastras are telling us. That's what scripture tells us. That's what our Guru tells us. Prabhupada gave his whole life in helping, serving others, and in which he was happy. If he would have thought that, oh, I'm happy in Vrindavan. He was already renounced. He was living in Vrindavan as a sannyasi. He would have lived in Radha Damodar temple and he would have done his bhajan throughout, no problem. He would have still gone back to Godhead. But he still came here, in which he found joy. So we have to learn from all our Guru work that how much effort they are putting, how much they have done to give us this knowledge. So that's what. So Bhishma's repentance and the Lord's merciful attitude are both unique in this picture. He's repenting and Lord is also giving his mercy. That's what first time he said, I am so thankful because Krishna is showering his mercy on me. Means I'm not qualified to see Krishna at the last one, but still he has come. That's a gratitude Bhishma Devi is showing. Then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentaries, I will not read it. You all please read because this is very intense, very intimate. So please read this. Okay, it's for the personal relishment, not for public things. So please read. So I'm skipping that. Let's go to the last sentence. Very beautiful. The Lord enjoyed the wounds created by his great devotee Bhishmadev. And because Bhishmadev is a devotee in the chivalrous relation, he fixed up his mind on Krishna in that wounded condition. So whichever rasa we have, whichever bhav we are into, same bhav, Krishna will also reciprocate with all of us. So we do not worry about that. We should just try to serve Krishna in whichever thing that we are getting pleasure. We should do it. Serve Krishna. Not to imitate others, not to compete with others. It's all our journey. This is all our journey. We can learn from others. Like we are learning from Guru work, we are learning from other devotees' behavior, reading from scripture. All this, we should not try to imitate anything that is happening. Imitation is going to create disaster. Okay. Let's go verse number. We can go one more. It's okay. 8:35. Yeah. Okay. So he's saying now, Gati for Partha. See another name for Krishna. Partha. Partha is the name of Krishna. Son of Pritha is Parth. Pritha is Kunti Maharani. His son is Parth. So Partha Sakhe, another name. So you can see how many different names are given to Krishna by Bhishmadev. He's addressing with different names. See, Parth Sakhe has come. Before that, we saw Vijay Sakhe came. Then before that, Satvata Pungave come. Then even Bhagavati, unto the personality of Godhead. So many different names are being spoken. And many more will come.
So, Prabhu, is this apart from this 108 list?
So Krishna has millions of names. The 108 is just somebody has created a book and they give 108 names of Krishna like that. But Krishna has got unlimited names. His leelas are unlimited, his names are unlimited, his forms are unlimited like that. So everything is unlimited for Krishna. But these are the names which are given. So if you get spiritual name and you become his friend, your name will become his Krishna's name will be known with your name. No problem, isn't it? It's so wonderful that Krishna is known by our name. But you have to become dear to Krishna for that. Krishna becomes dear to us. Okay. Verse number 35. Oh, sorry, here. Yeah. Sapadi sakhi vacho nishamya madhye nija prayora balayoratham nivesha. Sapadi sakhi vacho nishamya madhye nija prayora balayoratham nivesha. Sthitavati parasai nikayuraksha ritavati partha sakeratir mamastu. Sthitavati parasai nikayuraksha Ritavati Parthasake Mamasu. Okay, who is not ready yet? The child is left.
Yeah,
Akshay, hiding behind you. I can't see him. Let me make it bigger. Hare Krishna. So now this is very beautiful point here mentioned. You know, Bhishmadev is glorifying Krishna with this attitude. So some may feel that Krishna was obedient to Arjun, because when Arjun was in the battle with Krishna, he'll say, Krishna, take it on the left side, take it to the right, go in front, I will take it here. Krishna will obediently follow him like a servant. Like, he says, okay, because even before beginning the battle, Krishna, he says, please take the Ratha in the center of the field. I want to see everybody. Okay, Krishna says, I'll take it. Like that. So is it like Krishna is partial to Arjun? Do you think that way? Mother is saying yes, he's partial. Well, it feels like because he's following Arjun's instructions and he's supporting Arjun. So it's like he's partial, but he's not. He's equal to everyone. Samoham sarva bhuteshu. He's some to everyone. Sometimes we think that Krishna is not merciful to me. He's showering more bhakti to some other devotee, not to me. Sometimes if devotee as a practitioner of bhakti yoga, we feel like that I'm not getting more mercy than other devotees progressing. He got initiation before me. I came in bhakti before he came. I brought him and he became initiated. I'm still waiting. These things happen, because envy is there. We have to purify all these senses. So anartha will come, but we have to practice Krishna consciousness. Slowly they will go away. But you have to take padashraya. Guru padashraya is important. Guru will help us, guide us, and provide guidance all the time to make sure these things go away. Therefore, Guru padashraya is given such an importance, right? So he's saying that it is not like that. See what he's saying? He shortened the lifespans of the opposite party in the translation by his merciful glance. Now, if Krishna was not merciful on the Kaurav side, or the party, Kaurav party, Prabhupada mentions that all those who died in front of Krishna in the battlefield, they all renounced, all got liberated. So he is mercy. They are supposed to be enemy. How can they get liberated? But Krishna is merciful. That's why he is there in the battlefield and is delivering all of them. All of them. So therefore, Krishna is not partial. He is equal. Yes, his reciprocation sometimes may look like a partial. Oh, he is doing like this, but he is not doing. No, but it is there. He loves everyone. So we should not have that thinking that he is partial. He is equal to everyone. Samoham sarva bhuteshu.
So Prabhu, did Krishna then liberate Dhritarashtra and Karna and everybody? Everybody?
Yeah, Karna, Dhritarashtra no, because Dhritarashtra was in there and he lived even after the battle was over. And he just to become the king. Then he renounced many years later when Vidura chastised him. What are you doing? How can you stay here? You are living like a dog, on somebody else's food. So then he got inspiration and he left home. So, yeah. But all those who died in the battlefield in front of Krishna, they all got liberated. So here Prabhupada writes in the purport. That's what it is, See, in the Bhagavad Gita, Arjun ordered the infallible Lord Sri Krishna to place his chariot between the phalanx of the soldiers. That's what So Krishna, what did he do? When you have a driver, hey driver, please take this. Take it to Kroger. No, not this Kroger. I told you, you don't know, remember? Take it to other Kroger. We go regularly there, go there. Like sometimes we tell this, right? If you have a driver, I mean, getting driver in US is sometimes not in US, but in US, if somebody has a driver, then we can think that. Yeah, Uber. Uber though probably Uber though takes you point fix, he's not take you somewhere else. But this is what happens. Sometimes we see, right? At least in India, people may do this. I told you, why not take it here? But those point is that Krishna followed the instruction which is given by Arjun. So Krishna is supreme personality. He just what role he is playing? Chariot driver. That's why he followed instruction given by Arjun. So that's why he's giving. It looks like it's a partial. But then in the another paragraph, Prabhupada writes, the Lord diminished the duration of life of opposite party by his merciful glance. It is said that all the fighters who assembled on the battlefield of Kurukshetra attained salvation by personally seeing the Lord at the time of death. Because they're always seeing, right? Krishna is there in the battlefield, they're all dying. They can see Krishna and they die. So they all got salvation, liberation. Now you think, all right, they're fighting on Adharma side, they still got liberation because they saw Krishna. It doesn't matter what we do. But at the time of death, now we cannot expect that Krishna will come in front of us. Expectation is there, but then that we are fulfilled or not, that we don't know. So Krishna was merciful to all the Kurus also. So therefore we can see that Krishna is equal to everyone, not just to Arjuna. Yes, but Krishna reciprocates with devotees in a different way. Because Krishna says, the way you reciprocate with me, I will reciprocate with you. You behave with me, I will give you the same thing. So if you love Krishna, Krishna will give you love. If you fight with Krishna, Krishna will fight with you. You will get liberated in the fighting, but you will not get a loving relation. That's what we have to understand.
Prabhu, the enemy side, they were not loving Krishna, they were fighting. So what is the reason for their liberation?
Liberation is they are dying in front of Krishna. If you remember Krishna at the time of death, you go back. You see Krishna, you go back. That's it. That's the only reason. So we have to hope that we can see Krishna. That's why, when somebody is leaving body, what we do? We recite, we chant Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, with the picture of Krishna, so that at least he's seeing. But now the problem is what's going in the mind. That's what is important. So here,
if somebody is following Adharma, even if they, even if everybody who was on Kaurava side, they would go to Krishna, but they would fall back, right? Because they did not follow Dharma, or will they?
No, they all go back. They don't come back.
Go back to Godhead. We could wait for Kalki to come.
Kalki will come after. How many years of Kali Yuga has passed?
5,000.
5,000. How long is Kali Yuga? No, okay. How long is? Prabhuji wants to live for many years, so I want to ask him now. Mathematics. How long is Kali Yuga?
432,000. 432,000.
Only 5,000 has gone.
So 427,000.
You won't live for that many years? And that too, you may not get the human body. That's the main problem. See, we think we'll get a human body. Nothing is guaranteed, dear devotees. Just because I'm speaking, I cannot guarantee I'll be getting the human body now. No. My sins could be falling from millions of lives and I'll go to hell. So we cannot guarantee nobody can guarantee who we will be. Only and only Krishna can take us back to God. He'll cut off all our Chaurastakam we are singing, right? Whatever your sins, if Krishna can cut off, he can take us back. Therefore, we surrender to Krishna. We chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Take Guru's instruction, serve him. So Guru can take us back. No, he's my man. Please take him. That's the only way we can go back. We are not qualified to go back to Goloka.
They were following Dharma, they were following the other side, and still they got to go back.
Yeah, mercy. Mercy is given to those who are not qualified. That's what mercy is. So we have to wait for mercy. So how can we get mercy? Yeah, but we are not, on our own bulb, we cannot qualify. I'm telling you. Not possible. If you think we can go back on my own strength of my bhajan bulb, just forget it. No.
To share an example.
Like all the demons too, they didn't do anything good or Shishupal.
Yeah, they all got liberated.
And
Krishna
they did
killed
not
them.
even fall back.
Yeah. So we don't want to become a demon. That Krishna will come and kill me, I'll go back to. Police will come. Police will come. No, Krishna will not come. Krishna doesn't descend just like that. He descends to protect his devotee, but you have to become that pure devotee. And that's what we are all practicing. You have to practice that. And one day it will happen. We don't have to lose faith. Please, this discussion is not to lose faith and kuch nahi hone wala hai, nothing is going to happen. Why should I chant? Yeah, Jai Vijay, definitely. And see, actually, it is also mentioned nothing falls from Vaikuntha. But this all happened because Krishna wanted to do this Leela. All this is Leela. But that can only be understood if you understand Krishna. And for that, this all study is happening. The whole canto, canto 1 to 9 was written and spoken so that we understand who Krishna is. Then we can understand Krishna's Leela in the 10th canto. It's like preparing somebody for an exam, so for the college. Means he has to go through the KG and middle school and elementary school and high school, and then they go to college and they study. The same thing, we have to study all this canto 1 to 9, then we understand who Krishna is. And then we go into the 10th canto, then we understand, oh, this is how Krishna has done his pastime. Other it look like, what is this happening? But people generally go straight to the 10th canto and they misunderstand everything. Misunderstand. They don't understand those things. Those leelas are not for ordinary people. Not for ordinary people. The leela can be only understood if Krishna reveals those leela. If Krishna says, okay, this person should understand, then we can understand. Otherwise, just like it will only create misconception in our life, our mind, by reading that.
So our sampradaya is all about personal relationship with Krishna, and all these people get the four-handed form in Vaikuntha where there is no loving relationship. There is some relationship with the Vishnu form, but there is no proper loving relationship like Yashoda is having with Krishna, or the gopis are having, or the gopas are having. That is what we are aiming for.
Yeah, we will not get those. Vaikuntha is all Aishwarya Bhav. He's like Krishna is the boss. So it is Aishwarya. But if you want this loving relation, then it is available in higher planet, which is Goloka. Of course, Vaikuntha also nobody falls back. But then you will not have this loving exchange that you want to do with Krishna. That's why it is. So all these demons, all these people who were delivered, they did not go to Goloka. Okay, they did not go to Goloka. But Goloka is a very intimate place. It's not. We are our parampara is telling us that we should aim for the highest, which is Goloka. Right. That's where we should be going in. Where were we? The person is saying, therefore, he is diminishing the duration of the life of Arjun's enemy. It does not mean that he was partial to the cause of Arjun. Factually, he was merciful to the opposite party because they would not have attained salvation by dying at their home in the ordinary course of life. If they would have died in the home, then what happened? Nothing. Next birth. And we don't know what that will be, correct? So therefore, Krishna is very merciful. Here was a chance to see the Lord at the time of death and thus attain salvation from material life. Therefore, the Lord is all good, and whatever he does for everyone's good is good for everybody. Apparently, it was for the victory of Arjun, his intimate friend, but factually, it was for the good of Arjun's enemy. Looks like, oh, he made the Arjun win. But imagine, what is the ultimate goal of life? To get liberation. Either you rule or you become a slave or you die and go back. What is important? You go back to Vaikuntha, that's more important. So they all got it. They all got it in the battlefield. So they should feel happy about it. And those who feel that Krishna did injustice to them is incorrect through these facts. Prabhupada is writing here, right? Such are the transcendental activities of the Lord, and whoever understands this also gets salvation after quitting this material body. The Lord does no wrong in any circumstances because he is absolute, all good at all times. So Krishna is all good at all times. So we should not consider Krishna as partial. He is partial to, of course, he is partial to his devotees because he does loving action with them, not with the enemies. But he's loving to everyone. He loves everyone. Okay. Okay, so we'll pause here. We'll continue study from text 36 from next week. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Any correction, comment, or a question anybody has? 36.
So, Prabhu, question is, you said the demons who get liberated go back to Vaikuntha, but also like the pastimes in Vrindavana are the same as the pastimes that are occurring in Golok Vrindavan. Right? So, what about the demons in Golok Vrindavan? Are they not actually in real Vrindavan?
No, so what I understand is that I don't know the exact thing, but what I've heard in one of the classes is that in Golok there are no demons which are fighting. Golok, all these different leelas are happening, but not exactly like a demon coming and all that. Not those things are not happening there. That is a spiritual world where nothing like this thing exists. No miseries exist. Nothing of that sort. So that doesn't happen there. It's just that he did this leela here, to deliver those demons, but not in Golok. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Vancha kalpataro vyascha kripa sindhu ge vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anand Kori Vrindavan ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Thank you so much. Hare